Hello guys and welcome back to part 3 of how to mould your drift parts. In the last episode we laid up the main face of it, we flipped it over and we removed the temporary plastic flange that we had built all the way around. I've done a little bit of work off camera, as you can see behind me. So this was how we left it. That is our moulding surface right there. Now you don't have to do this next flanging bit if you don't want to. Alright, this this next bit is for, you know, so your completely flanged moulds for, you know, vac bagging, infusing, all that jazz. If you're wanting to just make parts and hand lay some glass and you don't want to do too technical moulds, you can now prep this area, plasticine all the gaps, you know, block off any holes, plasticine it all up, make it all look nice. Put a wall at each end, put an upright wall at the end of each flange, and then you can mould all this without a flange. Pop it off, obviously, you know, give it all its waxes and everything, prep the area, what you've seen me do already. And yeah, because the edge of the part can be the edge of your mould. I've got quite a few moulds like that where literally the edge of the mould is the edge of the part, because I like to green trim everything. Green trimming is where you trim everything with a Stanley knife rather than taking a grinder to it. So if you want to, you can now at this point build a wall at each end, because you still need to split the moulds from one another. You're still going to have trying to count now, 1, 2, 3, 4 bits of mould, 4 more bits of mould to go around this, maybe 5. So you want to have an upright wall between each one of them moulds, and then yeah, prep your area, plasticine, and yeah, lay your gel coat and your mat down. I mean, if you're brave, you can, while you're making the mould and doing your layers and it's half cured, you can green trim against the edge of that part. If you're very careful, that saves you a lot of thick trimming in the future. But I mean, you're going to have thick trimming anyway, because you're going to have quite a lot of material to cut through. Oh, I'm getting an aching arm, sorry about that. So yeah, if you guys want to opt out and just start prepping this area as it is and get ready to mould that is as it is, yeah, that's perfectly fine. But what we're doing, we have now, I've done a little bit of work off camera, don't mean to leave you out, but it's really hard to get work done and keep setting cameras up and that. So here we are, this is now fully flanged. I've now got to just give it all its waxes, plasticine it, make it all look pretty, chuck the material down. So I'm going to get both of these to a point where I can lay the material down. And yeah, so we'll get this flanged up, we'll chuck some material down and spin it around, move on to the next bit. So I don't know if I want to finish this up. I want to finish this episode with every single piece of mould round that wing finished, ready to be popped off and looked at. So it might be a longer episode, but I'll time lapse it as quick as I can. So yeah, let's jump straight into this, guys. Let's have fun. Let's have some fun. Right, so now both of these sections are flanged. I now need to just go around, clean up any any glue that's coming out, because I'm then going to be filling all the gaps, radius in all the corners with my yellow plasticine, which I'll show you in due course. So this was very fiddly. I've done these molds different a little bit. If you notice how that looks all nice and uniformed all the way, I'm talking about this metal. I'm talking about how nice and straight cut that is. Now for some reason on this one, I decided to come around that quite a bit. So rather than it stopping at that first radius, it's come around just a little bit. So I'm now making this bit of mould just for that tiny little strip there. But then the rest of it is nice and uniform. So I'm going to tidy up the glue and get all the plasticine in there. Let's do this. Right, so I'm now going to be plasticine all this. I don't know if you can see my face. I haven't checked. So this is the stuff that I use. Right, you have a good look at that. You can see, if you are under 3 years old, I do not recommend you play with this stuff. Yeah, if you're under 3, don't play with it. But yes, and this was, for this block, £11 something, and this will last a good while. This is good stuff. There is grey, a lot of the people like grey plasticine, which is a lot tougher. This stuff, it is literally just ready to just be squished about. So yeah, let's chuck this stuff in. Get the molds looking nice. Oh, and the tools. So I've got radius ball, 2 different sizes, and I've got my clay. Oh, I did have a radius ball. That has gone. And then I have this clay tool for the finer detailing. Just, yeah, the nicer the plasticine is, the nicer the mold's gonna look when it comes out. So yeah, let's do this. Oh, I gotta find that goddamn radius ball. There you have it, guys. I've given it its first wax. All this dusty stuff. I've given it its first wax just so it's nice and tidy so you can see it properly. So every radius is filled, every hole is filled, every crack is filled. Ensuring that this here doesn't dip over this edge. If it dips over that edge, the gel's going to get there and the mould's not going to release. Well, it will, because we can lift it up that way, but ideally you want that. You don't want any return angles. If you try and mould around a return angle, you're going to have some fun. So yeah, I've got another 5 waxes I'm going to do. I'm doing 6 in total. I'm a little bit... I tried to do a bit of repair work here, and the paint just seemed to rub away really easy, so I'm not too, fingers crossed, it doesn't react with the gel coat. Yeah, so now I'm doing get my wax, and then we'll get the gel on. So yeah, and then after this I'm literally just gonna, I think I'm just gonna time lapse everything from now on. Just gonna time lapse this, time lapse that section, time lapse the section over here, and time lapse this end piece. Just smash them out, otherwise the video is going to get really long. So yeah, let's just do this, guys. That's them portions now moulded. It is time to crack on with the rest. So, yeah. Tripod time lapse. Boom, let's do this. so I know you really couldn't see very much when I was doing that last lot. I realised that now. So I'm now going to flip these over and we'll have a good look and we'll carry on. was a hell of a lot of work, but we now have everything laid up on these F-22 wings. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pieces for each wing. I'm shattered. That has killed me. So I dread to think how long this video is going to be. I haven't even started editing it yet, and I've got shit in my eye. I haven't even started editing it yet. So, and there is hours and hours and hours and hours of work to get through. So I'm going to end. I think I'll probably end the episode here, because now that I've finished laying them up, I'm going to transport these to the other workshop, trim them, and we'll do the grand reveal in the next episode. So thanks for watching, guys. If you're getting anything out of these videos, let me know. Cheers for watching. See you in the next one. Peace.